This is part 2 of multiplying binomials using the FOIL method. The objective is to multiply binomials using the distributive property and the FOIL method. Okay, if you recall, when you were multiplying binomials in part 1, you were distributing the term on the outside of the parentheses to the terms on the inside. The FOIL method is going to be something similar, but let's refresh our brains a little bit. We are going to distribute 5x to 4x squared. Multiplying, you multiply the integers, multiply the exponents by adding exponents. Plus 5 times 2 is 10, and then we have an x out here and a y. They cannot combine, so you just put xy. Example number 2, again, as a reminder, 7y times 2y is 14y squared. 7y times 3xy is positive 21xy squared. I have a y on the outside, a y on the inside. All right, now multiplying binomials. To multiply two binomials, if you remember, binomials have two terms, so it would be like x plus 2. So when we're multiplying two binomials, you multiply each term of the first binomial by each term of the second binomial. So you take the first term in the first binomial and you multiply it by each term in the second binomial. Then you can first use the FOIL method to multiply two binomials, which is very similar to what I just demonstrated. So once you do the first term, you would do the second term with each set. So we call this the FOIL method, which stands for first. So you would do the first terms in each, so like I showed here. Outside, oops. So you would do the outside terms in the set. Inside, so I have a term here and there, and those are inside since in purple it was outside. And then L stands for last. You do the last term in each binomial. All right, so let's try this example. So go ahead and write this down. All right, we're going to first start off by multiplying the first terms. So I'm going to multiply 2x times x, which gives me 2x squared. Then I'm going to multiply the outer, so 2x times 3. So 2x times 3 equals 6x. Now I'm going to multiply the inner terms, which is negative 2 times x, which is negative 2x. And then I'm going to multiply the last terms, which is negative 2 times 3, which equals negative 6. So now we add the products and combine like terms. So if we look back at this, 2x squared, I'm just going to rewrite it off to the side, 2x squared plus 6x minus 2x minus 6. When we were adding and subtracting polynomials, you can only have like terms. So I am going to underline my like terms, which happen to be these middle two terms, and those are the only two that I can combine. So my final answer would be 2x squared plus 4x minus 6. So that middle two terms, 6x minus 2x is 4x. All right, example 3. Let's try it with this method. All right, the first terms, 4x times 2x, which equals 8x squared. The outside terms is 4x times 2, which equals 8x. The inside terms, negative 1 and 2x, which equals negative 2x. And then the last terms is negative 1 times 2, which negative 1 times 2 equals negative 2. Okay, going back, if you notice, we can combine these middle two terms again to rewrite my final statement. 8x squared from this 8x minus 2x is 6x, and then I have minus 2. Alright, I want you to go ahead and try this last example on your own. This concludes the podcast for part 2 of multiplying polynomials.